Jai Jagannath. Thank you for the question. The question was about Bhagavan and the connection between Bhagavan and Brahman, and what is liberation, what is the advaita. If you want to elaborate more, please tell me. You can interrupt me anytime. So let me check again the precise question, because it's coming from Quora. So here it is. I am opening Quora to see the conversation. Also, you can ask questions directly on Quora, right? So instead of asking questions through messages, you can also ask questions regularly. So your question is, do you think the Vedas talk about a personality of God? Could you explain to me what Bhagavan is and what Brahman is? There is a lot of confusion, and in addition, they say the Vedas speak of an impersonal God, Brahman, but others say that they also speak of a personality of God, and that in addition the Puranas and Upanishads also, which are also texts supported by the Vedas. How is it possible that such important texts as Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam speak of the Supreme Personality of Godhead with such importance? I would like you to resolve this doubt to me by trying impossible better Vedanta, since it seems that the fact that there is a personality of God is contradictory to the idea of non-duality. Or is it not contradictory? Okay. The short answer is that it is not contradictory. Just we need to understand that there are different levels of reality. So it looks like you read the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. I surmise you have been in contact with the Hare Krishna movement.
Yeah, I know the Hare Krishna movement, and I've talked with them. So
yes,
yeah,
exactly, because it looks like you got some influence from ISKCON. Now, the point is that there is, as you correctly said, there is a lot of confusion and misinformation on the subject. In fact, the Vedas do not say that God is impersonal. There are three main aspects of God that are explained in the Bhagavata Purana as one same tattva. I think maybe you heard the verse Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti sabdyate. So Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan are three aspects of God, and God is the knowledge, non-dualistic knowledge or awareness. Now, people who have a material concept of life, also bodily identification, physical body identification, they also tend to project the same limitations on God. So they get confused like that. And specifically, most people who have this kind of mentality, they tend to be sectarian. So they believe that there are different sects, different paths, different schools of thought. So they make distinctions between the advaita and the dvaita, and the Shuddha Dvaita, the Vishishta Dvaita, and so on and so forth. In fact, there are no such different schools. These are just perspectives of the same school. But all these are very recent. They started in the Middle Ages. The first of these various Dvaita schools was Ramanuja. Ramanuja lived in the 12th century of our current era. Then after Ramanuja, there came Madhva. Madhva was even more recent and more controversial. Then mostly all the other schools are practically non-existent. Madhva decided that he wanted to destroy both the Shankarite school, the Adi Shankara school, and the Ramanuja school. So Madhva came up with a lot of weird things that don't make him a very believable authority. So personally, I go back to the original Shastra, which are the universally recognized Shruti and some of the universally recognized Smriti. Bhagavad Gita is the most important text. Then we have the Upanishads, we have the Puranas, the Bhagavad Gita is part of the Mahabharata, and so on. We have Ramayana, we have, these are basically the most important texts. Then we have the Veda Samhitas, that are the four basic Vedas, Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva. So these are the texts that I'm working on. Now, we can make the example, I usually make an example to help people understand the concept of duality and non-duality, which are totally compatible because we can reconcile them. Let's make the example of our own material, physical body. Now, our physical body is a vehicle for the king of the city of the nine gates, which is the Atman that we are conscious about. Our body is made of a great number of cells, all that form all the tissues, from the bones to the flesh, to the hand, to the feet, to the head, to everything else. Now, each one of these cells in our body is a living being, because the cells are alive, they reproduce, they eat, they have lots, they grow, and they die. So they are also living beings, but they are part of the entire body. So we can say that our hand is individual because it's not a foot. The work that the hand can do is different from the work that the foot is doing. But the hand does not exist separately. The hand does not exist individually as a separate entity. So each cell of our body, when a cell is separated from our body, it dies, because it cannot exist separately. Now, we are all spiritual cells in the body of God. So we are individuals, but at the same time, we are not separated. This is also what the modern, the contemporary understanding of quantum physics is telling us. We are all connected. Everything is connected. Some of these physicists have come up with the idea that the universe is a sort of gigantic brain because it's made of consciousness. So, are you following until now?
Yeah, okay, so what to sum up,
Yeah.
What would be the conclusion? Because you
Okay,
mentioned
let's make
that,
another example. Let's make another example that is used more in the traditional shastra. A drop of water. You heard the example of the drop of water that goes back into the ocean?
yeah,
Plunges into the ocean. Okay. So each drop of water is a molecule of water is 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. It will never change. That will never change. Even when the molecule and the drop of water is merged into the ocean. So the Gita is clearly stating that the personality of God, the Ishvara, Bhagavan, is the foundation of Brahman, the origin of Brahman, not the other way around. So
yeah, but for example, in Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita says that Brahman is the eternal, and Arjuna also called Krishna Brahman. So Brahman and Bhagavan are the same.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. But for example, if we know Ishvara or Bhagavan as a
Bhagavan
control,
Ishvara is the same.
yeah, as a controller or a person, you mean a personality, uh, who is like the higher conception of God, Brahman or Bhagavan? I mean,
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan exists inside Brahman.
Bhagavad Gita said, Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Aham, the aham that is speaking in Bhagavad Gita is Bhagavan. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Brahmano hi pratishtaham. Means I am the foundation of Brahman. I am the origin of Brahman.
Could you give me the verse, the reference, please?
Okay,
Okay, because I have the Bhagavad Gita now in my hand,
yeah,
so
if you
to
want,
search.
you can go and see. I have my website has a page on bookshop.
No, I mean the verse, the chapter and the
I'm
verse.
giving you one sec. Brahmano, I'm looking. I don't remember the number. Brahmano hi pratishtaham. I am looking on Google. Yeah, here it is. That is chapter 14 and verse 27. What I was saying about my website is that I have produced a Bhagavad Gita version with the Sanskrit Devanagari and transliteration, dictionary meanings, translation, and commentary. And it's totally.
It says I am the in Spanish, I don't know.
Foundation.
Of Brahman.
Pratishta.
Foundation.
Yeah, the foundation, the origin.
Yeah, in the Spanish is translated like the place where something lives.
Exactly, foundation. Yeah, the basis.
The base.
Yeah, basis. Yeah. So means this is the origin, right? Brahman is developing from there, from Bhagavan. The point is that people think that Bhagavan is limited. Because, as I said before, people who project their own material limitations on God, they think that Bhagavan is limited by time, space, and individuality. But that is not so.
And yeah. It's curious because I forgot this.
You want to speak in
but
Spanish? I think I can understand.
No. It's okay. It's okay. So, is there like which do you think is the text in the Vedas or
The Vedas,
that
okay.
shows the personality?
The Vedas don't speak about Brahman. The Vedas don't speak about Bhagavan.
About Brahman is
no.
Is the center of the Upanishads.
Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva, they don't speak of Brahman and they don't speak of Bhagavan. They speak of the
Upanishads.
Devas.
The Upanishads speaks about Brahman.
Yes, the Upanishad is another thing. But the four Vedas and
Gita's... it's Vedanta, you know?
Huh?
It's Vedanta, you know?
Vedanta is the commentary, the philosophical commentary to the Vedas. But the Vedanta is quite difficult to study. The Upanishads are also difficult, but less difficult. The easiest text that we need to start from is Bhagavad Gita. Now, Bhagavad Gita is a very short, simple, precise, but complete text. So, if we just understand the Bhagavad Gita, we practically can understand everything. We can achieve the realization there. Both the Brahman realization and the Bhagavan realization, which are complementary. In fact, in the end of the Bhagavad Gita, the conclusion that Krishna gives is Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakankshati Samak Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. This means, it's I think 1854, but I will check. It says that only after realizing Brahman one can understand Bhagavan. It's not possible to understand Bhagavan directly without realizing Brahman and Atman. You understand the point? Because,
I think
because, okay, all the Shastras, including the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavata Purana, start with the point, the ABC is we are not the body. The Atman is the actual identity. And the Atman, we are the Atman, and the Atman is Sat, Chit, Ananda. It's the same nature and substance of Brahman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
That's confirmed by the...
I know.
By the Bhagavad Gita.
I know. That because...
Yeah, but I know that the Atman is like the spirit of Brahman inside the creation, you know, inside everything actually.
Yeah.
So if we have Brahman, which could be described as the totality of the existence, the absolute reality, what is the role of Bhagavan there, because the
Bhagavan is the
there's
origin of Brahman. Okay, let's make another
so
famous example. Okay, the sun. Okay, the Surya, the sun. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so the light of the sun, the rays, the radiance of the sun is compared to Brahman. The image of the sun that we have, we can see in the sky, the solar disk is compared to Paramatma. And the sun itself, the celestial body, the star we call the sun, is compared to Bhagavan. When you say that the sun has entered my room in the morning, you're not talking about the star.
So do you mean that if Brahman is the sun, Bhagavan is the heat, the light,
No, exactly the opposite.
the opposite.
Bhagavan is the sun. The Brahman is the light.
But for example, when the sun is there, think about the sun, Surya, is like if you feel the heat of the sun in your skin, for example, this is the contact, the direct contact with the sun.
No, you're not. If you have a direct contact with the sun, you'll be vaporized.
No, you can have the direct contact by going outside, you feel the sun.
Yeah, that's the sun. That's Bhagavan. The light and the heat of the sun rays, the sun energy is a Brahman. Even when we don't see it, even in the night, the light of the sun is always there. It's just that we cannot see it because we are turning our back to the sun. You are on the other side of the planet, of the earth. But the sun is the energies of the sun is everywhere. The energies of the sun is creating the magnetic field on the earth. It's the energy of the sun, the radiance of the sun is pervading the entire universe. This is the meaning of omnipresent. But the sun is also omnipresent because it is there. Sun is there. It's but it's much more concentrated if we want to use that expression. It's a more direct experience of the sun.
Yeah.
You go to the surface of the sun, you have a real contact.
Yeah. To finish, because I have to go.
Yeah.
I think it was very clear, your explanation.
Okay.
I think that if the totality is Brahman, as Krishna said the term,
Yeah.
Bhagavan or Ishvara,
Yeah.
which is the same as you said before, is like the universal intelligence who manage
More than that.
everything.
More than that.
Everything.
More than that. Bhagavan
Yeah, I mean,
is
but
beyond the universe. It's non-manifested.
yeah, it's non-manifested.
But Bhagavan is non-manifested. Actually, Brahman, we can say non-manifested, but it's manifested in the we can perceive it.
Yeah, but I mean the Ishvara, like the controller who
Ishvara controller. Yeah, that's not a very good translation. Ishvara means the who has the power, who dominates. Dominates doesn't mean controlling. I mean, God is not coming to control how many times you go to the bathroom. It's not that type of controller. It's a supreme powerful.
But for example, if I want to drink, I drink water and then go to the bathroom. So there is there is a lack of water in my body, so in my system. So there is a lack of food or drink, or So maybe it's the controller, because we don't decide, for example, if we have the freedom to decide what we do.
No. God doesn't bother about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother about that. What you're talking about are the laws of material nature.
Yeah, like
but the laws of material nature go on working, without any further intervention.
Yeah, but for example, as Krishna says, let me search in chapter. No, let me see. It's about if you're free to decide, because Krishna said that you have to do actions. You have to do actions, but keep in mind him. Let me. Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, verse 27. Okay. All the actions that are carried out on the time.
By material nature.
Yeah.
Not by you.
The man lost in illusions thinks that is he who acts.
Yes, okay.
So we don't act.
Reverse engineering of the Sanskrit words. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasaha. Ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. All activities are carried out by the three gunas, but the person who is completely confused by ahankara, the fool who is completely confused by ahankara, he thinks that he is doing the action, he is deciding, he is choosing, he is performing the action. In fact, all the activities are performed.
Maybe the only thing that is performing is Bhagavan.
Is what?
To carry out us back to him,
Nah.
Because,
nah.
Yeah, because do you agree with?
The only activity we perform as Atman is to choose which influence we want to follow. That's the only activity. Going back to Godhead is not an activity.
So what is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 verse 27? Just to sum up, because
chapter 3 verse what? Which one?
27.
Yeah, 27. Yeah. All activities are carried out by the gunas. We don't do anything. Are you a guna? No, you're not a guna. You're the Atman. But you have a body and a mind, and a body and a mind are material elements that are generated by the gunas. The only thing we can do as Atman is to choose which guna we want to associate with. And then, when we associate with the gunas, the activities will be performed in that guna only.
Sorry, I had a problem with my headphones. Can you
Okay, no
repeat
problem.
the
Listen, we
meaning?
do one thing, because we are connected on Quora. Please ask me questions there in public. So I think it's better, because Quora is not like other social media that you can make postings. You need a question to answer to. You understand? So please send me, ask me the whatever question you want, and then I will elaborate in writing, or if you prefer, if you like this solution of talking over Google Meet, as you like. I think it's easier to have a direct interactive, there is interaction. So when we have interaction, it's easier to understand each other. So
Okay.
we have
Okay. Maybe I will do the sorry.
No, it's
maybe I will do the question in Quora. You mean that? Yeah. Okay. All the day.
Okay.
So I think for today is enough.
Okay.
Thank you for the
Thank you for
the answer.
accepting to meet. Okay. Jai,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Namaste.